Hello everyone, welcome to my math class. In this video, I will discuss to you the measures of central tendency for ungrouped data. So meron pa kasing isa yung group data. Also here, we will define the statistics. Identify din natin yung kanyang mga types. And also compare natin yung group tsaka yung ungrouped data. At yung mga statistical tools na gagamitin natin sa bawat type ng statistics. Okay, so simulan na po natin. Statistics is a branch of mathematics that deals with collecting, organizing, presenting, analyzing, and interpreting data to come up with a useful and meaningful information. So kung mapansin nyo na highlight ko ng red, yung para sa first type ng statistic, which is the descriptive statistics. So yan yung i-discuss natin all throughout the fourth quarter. And then yung naka-highlight na blue naman is for the other type ng statistics, which is the inferential statistics. The first type of statistic is the descriptive statistics. It is used to describe and summarize collected sample data. So, ang mga statistical tools na pwedeng magamit sa kanya are the frequency distribution, yung measures of central tendency, which is the mean, median, and the mode. Also, the measures of position like quartile, decile, and percentile, plus yung measures of variability, the standard deviation, at saka yung variance. So, yung the other type of statistics is the inferential statistics. It is used to analyze sample data, which leads to inferences, generalization, and conclusion and decision about the population data. So, ang tools na ginagamit dito is the hypothesis testing. So, let us compare group data and group data. So, ungrouped data daw is a raw data, is the data you first gather from an experiment and is yet to be sorted into categories. So, nakalabo-labo pa siya, yung kakocollect mo pa lang ng mga data. So, normally, kapag ang values natin is below 30, ungrouped data ang ginagamit natin. So, group data is the one that has been bundled together in categories such as in histograms and frequency table. So, dito sinosort mo na yung mga scores or values into categories at gumagawa ka ng frequency distribution table. Mean, represented by x bar, is the average of a data set and is found by adding all numbers in the data set and then dividing by the number of values in the set. So, there is a formula for ungrouped data tayo. X bar or mean is equal to the summation of x divided by n, where x bar is the mean, summation of x is the sum of the values or the scores, and yung n is the total number of scores. Parang siya yung cardinality. Okay po, so sana nakakasunod po tayo. Okay, so let us have some example for finding the mean of an ungrouped data. Find the mean. So, given natin ang mga scores 19, 27, 29, 26, 40, 28, 31, and 30. So, the formula, ang n natin, kung bibilangin natin yung mga scores, is equal to 8. Then, yung summation of x, you just have to add all the scores. So, ang sum nila is 230. So, balik ka sa formula. So, para mahanap natin yung mean. Mean now is equal to 230 divided by 8. So, 230 divided by 8 is equal to 28.75. Okay, so let's go to example number 2. So, the following scores are 83, 70, 95, 90, 92, 88, 96, 92, 90, and 91. So, ungroup pa rin to. Here's the formula again. And ang n natin now is equal to 10. Pag binilang natin sila, ang n natin is 10. So, add muna natin yung mga scores para makuha natin yung summation of x. So, pag i-add mo yan, ang total niyan is 887. So, pag divisible, pag 10 naman ang pandi-divide mo dyan, you just move the decimal point. So, x bar now, or the mean, is equal to 887 divided by 10. So, madali lang yan. Move mo lang yung decimal point. So, ang sagot natin, 88.7 ang mean natin sa mga scores na yan. Okay, so sana nakakasunod po tayo. Let's go now to example number 3. Okay, so mga scores natin, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So, here, ang n natin ay 10 uli. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang mga scores natin sunod-sunod. From 19 to 28. So, ang gagawin lang natin, may technique tayo dito sa pagkuha ng sum. Okay, so yan pa rin po yung formula. Ang n natin is 10. So, ang technique dito sa pagkuha ng sum, pagka ganyang 10 sila na sunod-sunod lang, tumingin ka sa first digit which is 19, tapos palagi kang lang mag-a-add ng 4. So, 19 plus 4 is 23. Okay, so, and then, yung last digit niyan, magdagdag ka ng isang last digit na 5. So, ang sum niyan is 235. So, hindi mo na kailangan pang i-add yan manually kasi may technique kang ginamit. 19, mag-add ka lang ng 4. Tapos, dagdagan mo ng 5 as the last digit. So, 235. So, ganun pa rin. Madali naman itong kunan ng mean kasi 10 yung n natin. So, 235 divided by 10 is simply 23.5. Okay, so sana nakuha nyo itong technique na to. So, baka ma-encounter nyo ito sa hinaharap. Okay po. So, let's go to the next one which is the median. Next measure of central tendency is the median. So, median is the midpoint of the data that are arranged in ascending or descending order. So, mas maganda ascending order ang pag-arrange mo sa mga scores natin or mga data natin. So, let us have example. So, siya yung midpoint. Tandaan po. Find the median. Ang given natin, 19, 27, 29, 26, 40, 28, 31, 30, at 26. So, arrange po natin siya in ascending order. So, ang mauuna dito will be 19. Sumunod, dalawang 26, isang 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 40. So, ang midpoint nito, kung titignan natin, is the value 28. So, siya na po ang ating median. So, median natin for that example, number 4, is 28. Let's have another one. Scores, given natin scores, 83, 70, 95, 90, 92, 88, 96, 92, 90, and 91. Arrange natin siya. So, that will be 70, 83, 88, 90, dalawang 90, 91, 92, 92, 95, and 96. So, here, ang ating midpoint dito, lumalabas yung 90 at saka 91. So, para makuha natin yung median, we just have to add them, 90 plus 91, tapos i-divide mo ng 2. So, ang median natin, for example number 5, will be 90.5. Okay po, so sana nakakasunod po tayo. Punta naman tayo sa next measure of central tendency, which is the mode. So, ito yung value. It is the value that occurs most frequently or most often in a data set. So, siya daw po yung pinakamadaming value dun sa isang data set. So, kapag walang naulit na value, which that means na wala tayong mode o ilalagay mo lang no mode. Kapag isa lang yung naulit na value, o isa lang yung may nauulit na value, ang tawag dun sa mode na yon, unimodal. Kapag dalawa silang scores na magkapareho, na tie sila sa frequency, ang tawag naman doon bimodal. Ngayon, kung 3 or more na mode natin, ang tawag na natin doon multimodal. Okay, so let us have examples. Hanapin daw natin ang mode sa following scores: 19, 27, 29, 26, 40, isa pang 26, 28, 31, 30, isa pang 26 uli, 27 and 28. So, ang most frequent na lumalabas dito na scores is the 26. So, it appears thrice. Therefore, ang mode natin dito will be 26. Okay, so sana nakasunod po tayo. Yung 28 kung mapansin nyo, dalawang beses lang. So, ang sabi natin sa mode, siya yung pinakamadami. Okay, so ang mode natin sa example number 6 is 26. Okay po? Another example, meron tayong data here. 83, 70, 95, 90, 92, 95. May 95 na kanina, so dalawang beses na yung 95. 88, 93, 92, 90, 91, 90, 95. Okay, so kung mapansin nyo, yung 90 tatlong beses lumabas. Also, yung 95, tatlong beses din. Which means, dalawa ang mode natin dito, 90 at saka 95. Pareho sila ng frequency, tatlong beses silang lumabas. So, ang mode natin dito, 90 and 95. So, ang tawag natin dito sa mode na to, bimodal. Okay po, so sana nakakasunod po tayo. Yan po ang ating topic for today, the mean median mode for ungrouped data. Okay, so that ends our discussion. Thanks be to God. God bless everyone.